Hi everyone. Okay, I'm going to do my PennedCon wrap-up in video format and hope it goes well. It didn't already. I had 8 minutes in and somehow clicked out and it didn't save anything and I want to cry a little bit, but I'm not going to. So if my voice starts cutting out a little like it's already doing, it's because I was talking 8 minutes straight already and bye video. Alright, first off to Lisa from Penny for My Thoughts book blog. I couldn't have asked for a better roommate. You are awesome. I am so glad I finally got to meet you, Ton, and Kim in person, my wonderful lickies. And don't ask. And so thank you for making it such an enjoyable stay and being so great. And I can't wait to do it again. Ton and Kim, if you guys don't know, that's from me, TK Rapp and Kim Stadronsky. Tanya's got a new book that she's working on that will be coming out soon, and I've heard such great things from people who have gotten a glimpse of it. It's called Finding Layla, and I'm really super eager because of what I'm hearing, what it's about, and everything. Yeah, super eager to get my hands on that one when that comes. And then I just finished Kim's second book in the movie trilogy. I read it on the flight home, Before a Perfect World. And that's more of a suspense contemporary kind of mixed in. And, you know, if you haven't read Rome, if you like, you know, student teacher with a twist, paranormal, and it gives it a reason for, because, you know, student teacher has to be done right, and this has it done right. So if you haven't read their books, okay. I'm trying to remember who I've already said. Darcy. If you guys don't remember Darcy, if you see any guest reviews, Darcy's the one doing it. Usually she's read a book that I haven't read and she's like, there needs to be a review on this. And finally got to meet in person. She's so freaking awesome. Awesome, I'm telling you. I feel like I'm with my peoples when I was at this event because Rick and Amy Miles did this thing so awesomely. And the time I got to spend with these ladies, it was priceless. I did Book Bash back in June as an assistant, but still the atmosphere is so completely different. This was a 2-day event with panels interspersed between the signing. So you can come into the signing, listen to the keynote speaker, go back, go to a panel, come back, walk around. I mean, it's all day. And hey, there's no rush because you got another day to do this. So, you know, you don't feel rushed. And on top of everything else, you get to meet these authors, really connect, maybe find them in the lobby bar, hang out with them, talk, chat, and the sense of community. I just never felt that before, and it was so amazing, and I feel like I really had a chance to be free and grow and blossom, because on this blog, yeah, you see me outgoing, energetic, and talking, but I'm an introvert who was diagnosed with social phobia in high school. I actually took a year of independent study in high school because I made myself physically ill anytime I had to do a class presentation. I was scared to death of them. My husband, you know, I had to warn him when we first started going out. He was a social butterfly, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with these situations, and please don't force me into them. And so when I was talking to him about what was going on at the PennedCon, he was jealous because I feel like I'm finally being able to be myself. I have no fear. I have complete confidence. I'm walking into a room of complete strangers and just talking out to everybody there. No problem. I have no moment of embarrassment or wanting to shriek away and hide. That this was a freeing experience. And so if you have the opportunity to go to an event, especially this one next year, which is going to be held in July, and I think it's even 3 days this time, go to it. Go to it. Grab some book friends. Meet up with book friends because you are so going to not regret it. It's such an amazing time. Okay, on to some books, my book haul. I got 8 books while there. 2 of them I've already read, and I had to have the books because they mean something to me. And then the other 6 are not books I've ever read. In fact, I haven't read anything by any of these authors, and that was my intent. I told myself the only books really I could buy, except for those 2, were new to me books, new authors that I wanted to experience because I wanted to grow my circle of authors that I love. So starting with the books that I first got, of course, Had to get my copy of Beauty and the Mustache by Penny Reed. You guys know I'm crazy for this woman. I stalk her. I might have tried to sit on her lap. She was a little bit uncomfortable with that, but hey, I loves the Penny. If you haven't read any of her books and you want to know which one to start, it kind of depends. This one is different from her others because it's filled with so much heart. There is so much emotion. You will most likely cry, but you will be happy too. It's just got such depth to it that sets it apart from the others. I still laughed out loud. I read parts out to my husband because he was looking at me weird. I'm all, this is funny shit. So definitely try her series. If you wanted to start with this one, go for it. But you'll end up wanting to go back and reading the others. Just note that they're a little bit more lighthearted than this one. But definitely, I can't stress it enough, start the series. All right, next. Wordplay. How many of you have read this? Because if you haven't, you really should. If you love satire. Now, satire is a little bit different than just a straight up romantic comedy. Satire takes situations and blows them out of proportion. So it's making fun of certain things in a good-natured way, but it's doing it to an extreme. And this one in particular kind of makes, not kind of, it does, you know, it takes the book blogging world, the author world, book conventions, and it just has fun with them. And I loved it. And if you haven't read it, I totally give it a chance. And after going to 2 conventions, I can say that what it makes fun of, I can see. You know, at first when I was reading, I'm all, seriously, does something like this, is this how it goes? And after being there, I was all, okay, I can see where she's picking stuff from. I totally can see it, and yeah, it's funny as heck. All right, the books I haven't read yet. Oh, now, J.L. Berg's Within These Walls. I met J.L. Berg back at Book Bash, but it was her assistant, her editor, who I kind of shanghaied, and I'm all, you're walking around with me. You're stuck with me. And so then when she asked me if I was still going, and I'm all, yeah, we're all, okay, we're coming from the airport together. We're going to, you know, be each other's buddy because we were both terrified of dealing with new situations like a big, huge city and going somewhere by ourselves. So she graciously waited for me for an hour and a half at the airport, and then we shuttled over to the hotel together. And Amy is just freaking awesome, and I love her. And so I went over back to the table because I won one of J.L. Berg's other books at Book Bash, and I have that, and I still haven't read it, and I need to because I'm hearing such great things about it. But I asked her, okay, tell me about this one. Tell me what I need to know. And so let me read it. Within these walls, he becomes my solace, sanctuary, my strength. I'm not strong, I'm just a survivor of circumstance. Isn't that what we all do? Survive? Each of us has our own set of circumstances to muddle through. Mine are just more complicated. Born with a severe heart defect, I've seen the inside of a hospital room more than my own bedroom. I was drowning, a prisoner to the illness that owned me, until he appeared. He thinks he's blocked out the world with his tattoos and hard exterior, but I see the real Jude, the one he so desperately wants to forget. But is he the answer to my prayers, or will he break my already damaged heart forever? My name is Layla Buchanan, and this is our story of hope, redemption, and sacrificing it all for the one you love. Doesn't that sound amazing? I know, it does. So yeah, I had to get it. And my idea with getting these paperbacks is I'm going to set them next to the couch, and instead of always going to my Kindle, which bumps my new books down and I can't see what I got, and I often forget I bought a book, and like a year later I'm like, oh, I have that, and that sounds awesome. This way they're in my face. So the next one that I had to get in paperback, I actually own this on the Kindle, but I'm really trying to make myself jump into it because Darcy and Lisa have talked only good things about this. They're like, you need to read it. And I went to Laureato, who is a sweetheart, and I told her all this, and I'm just scared. I know I'm going to cry, and I hate crying. So what are we going to do? And she's all, here's tissues. And so my hope is that by having it this way, I can jump in and just handle, you know, the angst that I'm scared of. But you know, all I've heard is good things, and I know I'm going to love it. I just have to prepare myself mentally for the sobs. All right, this next one, I decided to get a whole trilogy. Eric Asher sat next to us Thursday night, the first night there, and he had to listen to me talk to the girls about certain wonderful, just how to say it, sex toys, and laughing and going crazy and just being all insane. He kind of thought I was drunk, even though I had one drink, and I wasn't. I was just suddenly like on a high of being near all my book besties. And the next day he saw, oh, you're sober. And I'm all, I had one drink. That's just me. And shut it, because I'm buying your books. After Lisa talked me up with him right there, and he told me about them too. Well, I gotta get them. So I got all three. And the warble, which, by the way, my daughter started holding in, she's all, ball, and I'm all, no, honey, it's a warble. And she did her first 2 syllables, and she's all, warble. And I'm all, crap, that says something right there. It's a sign. And he watches you. The last book that I got is from Sarah Dosher, and it's Haven from the Storm. And I actually have her A Blue Tale and the Kindle when that released. I haven't read it yet, and I got to sit down and talk with her for a while at dinner. And at first I'm pretty sure she thought I was insane and crazy, because again, I was, you know, outgoing and loud and just like nonstop. And then, but we got to talk, and I fell in love with her as a person. And I went up to her table the next day, and I'm all, what book, if I had to read only one, what book would it be that you would insist? And she's all telling me that she has a special place for this one. It's her first book, and that she really loves it, and this would be the one that she would insist upon. So I'm all, okay, sold. And I got it, and now I'm going to be reading that one. And again, Sarah, awesome. One book I don't have that I wish I did have one of them, I got to meet Sarah J. Pepper, who is awesome. We actually were on the same flight heading out. We didn't sit together, but we got to talk in the waiting room. Well, I guess. And so she does The Death of a Mad Hatter and Locks, which is Rapunzel Unhinged. And she's all, I would recommend Locks to me if I like something sassy. So I came home and I bought it, because unfortunately I don't have it on paperback. But I started reading it, and I'm loving it. And I'm loving the style of writing. So Sarah, all right. Now all that said, I hope I did not forget anybody. Again, if you have a convention coming near you, go to it. Find some book besties online. Put out the word that you're going. Find someone to meet up with. I think it's rather life-changing. It was for me. I had the best time imaginable. I got to meet in-person people, and I'm so mad, Emily Silver, you guys, from Wordplay. I did not get a photo with her because I didn't bring my camera, and I was hoping everyone else would take pictures. My bad. And so, last but not least, that blew my mind. Went up to N.M. Silber's table and Z.B. Heller's table. And I haven't read their books. I know I have N.M. Silber's Lawyers in Love, one of them at least, series. I went up, and Lisa was there, and I'm chatting with her, and I'm not big on, you know, hey, I'm Jennifer from Back Off My Books. I wasn't all like wanting to shove myself in people's face. I just wanted to find some good books, talk to some awesome people, and I feel guilty if I'm just, you know, hey, I'm back off my books, because I can't read a lot of books. I'm in school. I can read one a week maybe now if I'm lucky. And so I felt like if I'm trying to push my blog on them, it just didn't feel right. And so I wasn't introducing myself as that, and Lisa's right there. She's all, well, this is Jen from Back Off My Books, because she's making sure my name's getting out there. And M. Silber's like, oh, Daisy says to say hi. And I'm like, what? You know, and I knew who Daisy was, because I only know one Daisy Prescott, but she's all, Daisy Prescott. And I'm all, yeah, I know. She said to say hi to me. She actually told someone to make sure they said hi to me, and that just blew my mind. And so my heart is filled and warm, and I've got nothing but love for everybody. I had a blast, and I'm going through withdrawals already, and I want to go back, and I want everybody to go back, but yeah. So thank you for sitting through this long-winded video. I mean, 14 minutes right now. If you made it this far, you guys are awesome, and again, I recommend giving some of these books a try, because I sure am, and I hope that in the future I get to meet even more of you guys. So thanks.